Hello.
Fix everything, dude.
Welcome to the Black Flame podcast, where we scuff it up every week on time. Yeah. And we're actually late today.
I'm not blurry anymore. I'm looking at the screen.
We got a minute left.
Great, dude. No, we're live, dude. We're doing it live. We'll do it live. We'll do it live. But
kind of did, but
I kind of did it. Today we have our boy JJ, the full-time content creator. Uppy. You know, Uppy's been here. I think Uppy's gone every single podcast so far, right?
Yeah.
And I am MG Homie. Everyone knows me. You know, the Plat 3 of Rocket League, right here.
The Plat 3 going for partner there, bud.
I'm the poster child for Plat 3. Okay.
Choiled.
Can you say that again, please?
That was Canadian. Choiled. Listen, you're not that foul guy, okay?
No, that's like New Jersey, like the choiled.
No, that's Boston. Hey, you don't make fun of my sacks, okay? Right. Don't talk about my sacks.
Already going off the rails, dude.
You know, it happens. We're supposed to have, I think we're supposed to have topics this time.
Before we get into the main topic, though.
Okay.
Let's talk about why JJ's a dick.
Okay. Yeah, I'm on it.
Sure. Go for it.
All right. So,
I think this is Uppy's topic.
No, this is my event. I always event about one thing per stream or per podcast.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. First thing.
Yep.
I got my haircut done. All right.
You wear a hat. Why you even get your haircut?
I'm laughing. Who knows?
You're gonna this is comedy. This is comedy.
You're gonna figure out why I have a hat. Okay. So I got my haircut on Sunday, right? The next day, I didn't wear a hat at work at all, and so the Monday at work, it's hot out. I'm walking around looking good and looking fresh. I take a picture of me just sweating my face off. I'm dripping everywhere because it's like so humid out here. And I post a picture in the chat. I'm like, help me. Freaking JJ, this is how he helped me. He just says, yo, just get keeps.com, man. That's what he said. To those who do not know what keeps.com is, it's a hair loss preventive solution for men.
He's just looking out for you. That's all he was doing at the end of the day. It's all he was doing.
That wasn't the help I needed.
All I hear is that I'm a good friend and I'm hilarious. So yeah. I don't know, man.
So here comes the questionable friend part. Did you post this on Twitter? Or was this like just a text message to Uppy?
Is our Discord private chat, so we have a couple other friends in there, but they're all close friends.
So, so you outed him. You outed him in front of friends. Nah, dick move.
Okay. Not in the public eye. There was whatever.
That's pretty public. I mean,
pretty public there, pal. There's like two extra guys in there. Okay,
the people, yeah, but you care about their opinions. Those are the few people that you care about their opinions.
I mean.
It's the lose-lose, because if you would have said Twitter, I would have said the same thing.
There's 5 people in there. Either way, they still like JJ more. Like it's same if I put it on Twitter, they're still going to go, yeah, JJ, bashing Uppy. Like, they don't care about me.
Let's be honest, though. Like, that's just the story of our lives, though. Like, even in Black Flame, it's probably, what would you say? Flash, French, and JJ. Those are the top 3 most liked people, right? And then me and you are down towards the bottom. So, it's just one of those things we have to live with, you know?
I don't know. I think I think it's just comedy, bro. I think that's just genius. You know how many jabs this guy has made? Even in the public eye, he's been like made fun of me for breaking I broke a couple of his office chairs playing Call of Duty back in the day.
Wait, go on.
They're little flimsy office chairs, right? They're little you lean back and it's like, you know. Well, I broke a couple of them. This guy all the time's like, JJ broke like 15 of my office chairs. He's so fat. He's so fat. And I'm just like, dude.
Was this before Uppy was the content creator?
Some of them were. And then
we're canceling him. We're canceling him, JJ. Cut this one out of the podcast. This is the lightning we needed.
Oh, dude. I mean, it's just, I don't know. Like, I mean.
All in all, you break my chairs and you shame my head. So...
This is why Uppy
all right, now we're even. I guess we're even now. Or there you go.
Tonight.
This is 100% why Uppy drinks right here.
to you audio listeners.
Speaking of it, what are we drinking tonight?
my sorrow away.
What is that?
Oh.
Yeah, what is it?
No, his sorrow away. He's drinking his
Oh
sorrow away.
no, Uppy. I'm talking about the drink. No one cares about your
Oh.
sorrow.
He's farming Sages, boys. Farming
It's
Sages.
moonshine. It's a Canadian beer. I love it.
Okay.
It's moonshine.
JJ,
not
what are you
moonshine.
drinking?
Moonshine.
We need to correct that. He just said moonshine. He's not drinking moonshine.
Oh no, I'm drinking
Moosehead.
Moosehead.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Let's just correct it there. Let's correct it. I am drinking.
You look like you drink Modelo. It's an IPA.
Me?
Okay. Yeah. I couldn't
No.
tell. I just got a little glimpse at it.
It's a little. I got an IPA. It is hop forward with a complex bouquet of bright citrus, melon, stone fruit, and floral notes, supported by a subtle malt backbone.
Wow.
Yeah,
pretty
good.
good.
Yeah, 60 IBU, boys.
That was all on the can?
Mhm.
Jeez. They could really save money by getting rid of all of that.
Well,
And printing costs.
I'd still pay for it. I don't care.
I'm drinking water. But I do have this illustrious bottle of Kraken. The Kraken Lat Arcticness Dukes. It's in
Dukes?
cursive,
You
and
say
I
Dukes.
yeah, it's what it says. Dukes. When is from? Yeah, I can't read it. I can't read cursive anymore. Welcome. Hello,
Dukes.
Dude. It says Dukes.
Delicious.
Look, it literally says Dukes on it. It's
your
all
audio
blurry.
listeners, I have no idea what to
It's all
read.
blurry. You can't see it. Yeah.
Yeah. Audio
Look up-
listeners, look at it. It says Dukes.
Yeah, audio listeners, look at it.
Look at it.
So, I think the real reason we brought our boy JJ on though was to hear about his announcement that he made last week to full-time content creation and the story that led it there. Right? That's the only reason he's on the podcast, right?
Yes.
The only reason?
Well, I do have one question.
Okay.
JJ,
Yes.
why are you gay?
Oh, controversy.
Your entire Discord was calling you gay last night. I'm just saying. They're questioning your motives with this beer bottle thing. Okay, this is beyond the scope of this conversation. I'm just saying here.
I like the way this has gone.
Before we turn it on me, let's go back to the questions here. JJ,
What do you want me to answer? Okay,
are you a
what's up?
full-time streamer now?
Why
Are
am I a
you?
full-time?
Yeah.
streamer?
Yeah. Well, okay. Okay. I should do a background story with yourself. Just say like what you were doing in life and how your life's going, you know, with like your living conditions, your waifu, all that fun stuff, and then get into what made you feel most comfortable to jump into full-time content creating.
Okay, that's a long story, but I can get there.
We got 43 minutes.
Oh,
Use it
Okay.
up. Or start 53. You got 10 more.
Well, it all started when I was born in Ajax, Ontario.
Okay.
Quite a ways away from where I live now, but a young baby boy, probably very heavy. I don't know how much I weighed, but no, we'll start when I
Huge.
got married.
He was
technically,
huge.
it was quite frankly, I was huge. I was huge coming out of the womb. Okay, no, we'll start. I guess we'll start from when I got married. I got married in 2018, June 21st, 2018, and from there. That was when I moved out. I lived at home up until that point. So I moved out and got married at the same time. And you know, you had a
God damn it.
I cannot focus with this.
He's
guy.
had like 3 sips.
I can fit 2 in my mouth.
Audio listeners be like,
Trauma is so ready.
all right, let's start that over. Okay, so I'm married, right? I'm married, and
married, right?
I moved out, and I had a lot of time on my hands, you know, and at the time I was working at one accounting job that I had before the one I just left, and I had a lot of time to like listen to things and, you know, fill my day essentially. So I started listening to Tim the Tatman streams while I was working. Because obviously I couldn't watch them while I was doing accounting work, but I'd intermittently go in between them, and I'd always be listening. And I found this passion for his entertainment. Like I loved it, and I looked forward to my mornings. And I said to myself, like, I wonder if I could do something like that, you know? I'd always thought about streaming because me and Upton had made videos when we were younger, but I never really ventured into the streaming verse, if you will. So I decided, you know what? Let's get this thing started. So I used my MacBook and an Elgato with a PS4, and I streamed Apex Legends and Rocket League, and that was kind of the start of it. And it was kind of a wild ride, dude. It just kind of started from there. I had a really slow start though. Like I know a lot of people will like go for affiliate for maybe a month or two. I think I didn't reach affiliate for like a few months. And it was probably because I was trying to stream Apex Legends at first. But then I found Rocket League and I started to notice that my numbers were starting to kind of bump up when I was playing Rocket League. So I ended up playing a lot more Rocket League, and I kind of grew into an affiliate, which I thought was a massive deal at the time. But in the scope of things, I guess it was just a small goal in the scheme of where I wanted to be. So got affiliate, and then I really dove kind of headfirst into creating content, especially in Rocket League. And I kind of moved my way through there. And at the time, I started to tell my friends about it a little bit more. I got a little more serious about it. I was starting to put more time into it. I was trying to kind of build a little community, kind of have a regular schedule going. And yeah, it just kind of blossomed from there. All the rest is just kind of growing as a content creator and learning how to be more entertaining. But over those 2.5 years, I really found that I just kind of had this passion to entertain people. And it's something I've really thought about for a long time in terms of my branding and how I want to come across. But what I found is I genuinely have a deep passion. This sounds really sensual. I have a deep passion for entertainment here. Okay. I love to entertain people. And it actually kind of stemmed a lot earlier than I realized. You know, I had mentioned that I had made videos with Upton in the past, and at the time I was Vanoss was kind of killing it, but it wasn't really to be successful necessarily. Like it was just kind of for fun. We would just watch them, and you know, even years down the road, we'd hang out and we just watch our old videos because we thought they were friggin' hilarious, and they still are funny. In my opinion, I think they're great, but
we got
them.
Post them on the Black Flame YouTube.
I don't know if I should do that.
They're good,
you know, but I kind of found that I had this passion for entertainment, and it also stemmed beyond just the videos and stuff. You know, like I think back at them, like any family gathering I had, I loved making my family laugh. I loved making my dad laugh and my entire family. And I started to realize that like this, I want to do this, you know? And then when I started taking content creation a little more serious, I was getting tired, you know? I was like putting in hours to find success in content creation. I was tired at the end of it, but it was a rewarding tired. And I hadn't really felt that. You know, I wasn't really into sports, so I'm sure people who played sports were probably really used to feeling that rewarding tired, but I'm not a physical guy. So any kind of work I put into anything was just kind of like because I had to, not because I wanted to. And the first time I really found something, I'm like, oh my gosh, I actually love putting time into this and working at it. It was I would say it was content creation. I had a musical past a little bit. And I love music, but even playing like guitar or something, I never really found that stride with practicing. You know, I still love to play guitar and listen to music and learn music, but overall, I really found that this medium of streaming, content creation, creating videos, that's where I wanted to be, man. So fast forward to a few months ago, well, even before then, I had mentioned to my community that, you know, I obviously wanted to take content creation full time, but I was kind of a 20 viewer Andy, you know, and trying to leap into content creation as a job when you're a 20 viewer Andy is kind of not the most.
I feel like it's
responsible.
It's pretty daunting at that point. You're asking a lot of a community that just really isn't there at the moment, you know?
Yeah, 100%.
You're still growing into.
Yeah, and it's just like at that point, it's not even a viable thing. But you know, I saw this Harris Heller video, and I've shown a few people it at this point. But he talks about how if you're asking when the good time is to leap into content creation as a full-time job, asking questions like what's your subscriber count and how much money you're making aren't necessarily the best questions to be asking. Now, they're important in terms of how you're going to make it happen. But the real question is if you really want to do it, is this something you want to do with your life? And for me, that question was overwhelmingly yes. So, I mean, the fact is, at this point, I'm not at a level where I'm making nearly as much as I was doing accounting as a full-time job. Not even close. But
you're happier.
I'm so much happier.
Yes, and don't worry, thing, man. The depression hits hard. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, there was some rough times, dude. And it's not even like I had it bad at my job. I just doing something that I loved on the side and contrasting that with doing something so exhausting every day that I just mentally was just going through it every day, thinking about doing content creation after work. It was a no-brainer for me to make it happen. So I've definitely hopped into this a lot earlier than a lot of people would. I've kind of gone into this earlier, I guess. I'm not making enough money to.
It depends on the person for sure. I mean, to say you jumped in early, I jumped in at 0.
Yeah, but
legitimate 0
was a little more by choice. I had a little more choice in the matter.
For sure. I think it's all in what you want from it, and you know your expectations can't be over the moon.
100%.
The way I've always looked at it is, as long as you make enough money to pay your bills and be happy, then it doesn't matter how much money you make at the end of the day. Then live within your means, you know. And
exactly.
But it's hard to do that because people start seeing those dollar signs and they start wanting more and more and more, and it becomes a little bit of a greed fest at one point. So, have you ever noticed your passion for what content you make change? So now you said you pretty much were a Rocket League streamer for about a year, yeah?
Yeah. Oh, 100%. It's changed over the years. I mean, I did start as a Rocket League streamer exclusively, pretty much. I mean, I played not League Legends, Apex Legends every once in a while, but you know, like I was pretty much in the Rocket League category, and you know, it was at the time where Rocket League was small enough. I called it the Goldilocks effect game. Like it was the Goldilocks game, and the Goldilocks effect is like where the sun is positioned in the sky and where the Earth's positioned in space. It is the perfect amount of distance where life on Earth can happen. That's how it felt with Rocket League. You know, it was a popular enough game that you could grow on, but it wasn't saturated enough that you couldn't be discovered. So,
dude, back in the day, like that, during that moment, I think the top streamers, excluding Squishy, dude, I think maybe like the top 5 streamers were like 2,000 viewers, and then it dropped to like 800, 300. And to be on that top like 20 row, I think you only had to like 50 viewers. You know, 80 to 50 viewers, that was a big streamer for Rocket League. You know, and now you go in there and look at there, and it could be anywhere between 10,000 and 1,000 for the top 20 spot.
It's like streaming, like you might as well stream like Warzone or something. Like it's just, it's so saturated at this point. But when I started, I pretty much grew my entire community from that. Like obviously people will always tell you, if you want to grow as a content creator, create content outside of Twitch. But Rocket League was kind of an exception in that time where, I mean, I probably would have grown a lot bigger, and that's one of my biggest regrets is I didn't start earlier. Same. But it's because I was finding so much success not having to do that. I was getting to just stream, and people were finding my stream. People were enjoying what I was doing, and it just worked out, you know.
Yep.
Yeah, I kind of missed it a little bit.
I think we all do. That, like you said, that was a golden era of Rocket League and content creation, where it was kind of like just streaming. You could grow enough to not have to worry about the other platforms at that time.
Yeah,
but
100%. I know a lot of people that grew their communities through Rocket League and nothing else. I mean, pretty much all of my friends that I met through streaming either currently still don't make content elsewhere or have just started now, because it's getting to the point where Rocket League's you don't get organic growth from it anymore.
Yeah. I mean, you can get follows for days, but it's like, it's weird that a lot of the people that'll follow a channel now, they'll never go back, you know?
Yeah.
And I feel like that's a little more exaggerated now than it's ever been before. I've noticed that.
It's really true. Like, even actually, what I've noticed a lot now is that my financial gain from streaming, even though I have lower numbers, it's still been pretty high. Like, people love gifting subs and stuff like that, but followers are insane. Okay, homie, you came to my stream today, right? It was a day I never stream on, and it was at a time I never stream at 1 p.m.
Right.
So here's an example. I got 1 follower in that 2-hour stream. And then let's go back to Tuesday at 6 p.m. where I usually stream at. I got not a single follow in that 2-hour stream. But I still have given subs and everything like that. A lot of people were coming through my range.
Right.
I averaged 40 viewers that stream. And I ran a couple tournaments too. And it's weird now. I'm like, the follows are dropping, which is kind of scary in the Rocket League community, where it's just like, like there's not a lot of people around anymore. Like, even on TikTok.
It happens.
A few Rocket League people, but now there's like so many people posting Rocket League content on TikTok now, like just constant their clips.
Right.
Just Instagram. I'm like, okay, I gotta do more now. So I think I'm gonna start doing skits again because they're fun to show more personality. Because
skits
like,
are awesome. Yeah.
Rocket League's like a background noise for me. I love Rocket League, but it's not kind of like what my content is. My content is me doing stupid stuff for cheap entertainment,
like putting 2 beers down your throat.
Dude, I can't believe I did that.
Podcast with it.
Okay, you guys interrupted by.
I can believe you did it. I can't believe you didn't. You did it sober. I guess you had 1 swig. Are you technically not sober if you have 1 swig?
I've had 1 beer.
Wow, we've been 20 minutes and he's already gone through a beer. Is that what happens when we let someone else talk?
No, I heard JJ was coming on. I had to drink an extra one. I started like, I had a beer earlier. That was the first one.
So the last time JJ you were on, did you tell any stories about you and Uppy in real life? Any juicy stories?
I don't think so.
Oh, we got to hear one. Oh, we got to hear one.
I don't know if we have any juicy stories. I mean, the chair story is just kind of. I mean, that's
the
just
question again, homie. I blacked out. What were you saying?
I need Jesus. Pay attention. I need a juicy story of you and JJ. Preferably an embarrassing one of you, Uppy, but IRL.
Dude, JJ's known me forever. My entire life's been pretty embarrassing.
That's pretty true.
You turned it around with the mustache, though.
That's pretty true.
Literally, like, it's just like JJ could say a lot about me of how I was as a kid. It's been just not a good time for him at
goodness.
All. What's a bad story about me that JJ would have? They all suck. Like, it's not like juicy as in just like, here's a good story. It's just mostly about like, yeah, he was annoying. And I still am. Like, I still am. Like, that was the main air. Like, I talked about on, I think, the first or second podcast where, like, we used to make videos, like he said. And he edited so much of my stuff out because for whatever reason, I'm like, hey, I got to make these one-liners like Vanos does. But then what he did was he took every single one-liner I made. So the video was just JJ and my buddy's shoeboxes. And then I had 1 line in it. It was just me laughing, but behind like, ha.
It's so true.
So that's the embarrassing story.
It's not an exaggeration. Like, I edited all the videos, and 100%, I had to take out like pretty much every line.
Were you just shaking your head the whole time when you're editing? Just like, why? Why'd you say this?
It's so bad.
Honestly,
now looking at it.
It was a good lesson in pacing, and I learned to cut a lot of content that we didn't need, you know? So
I learned a lot
in the
too.
end,
I
you've benefited me as an editor. That's great. Thank you. I appreciate that.
I'm glad I helped.
Oh no.
My gosh.
So that's
Poor man.
we have like interesting stories, but like they're more personal with our friend group. Where like that, what you wouldn't think it'll be funny.
No.
It's like nothing can really like. It's like, oh, one time. Oh wait, I have a story. It's about JJ.
Here we go.
Okay, I have a good one. It's not that bad. It's not that bad, dude. Okay. Do you remember the time? Are you guys familiar with like Ding Dong Ditch or Nicky Nine Door?
Ding Dong Ditch, yeah, and used to do it with like a bag of dog shit.
No, he did not. JJ did not take a dump on my door. So here's what happened. Here's a good story. This is an old JJ. I haven't talked about this one for a long time.
I forgot about this one.
Okay, so this is back in the. Who were you messaging on back in the day? Probably Messenger on Facebook. So they're messaging me or shoeboxes is like texting me. Is like, hey, let's hang out. Let's go to Mini Mart. I think we wanted to go to Mini Mart down the road, like a little like variety store kind of thing. And I burp. And so I'm like, no, it was like midnight. I'm like, no, I don't want to. Like, I'm too tired. Like, oh, come on, just do it. Don't be a wuss. And I'm like, no, I don't want to. And then they're like, oh, we're outside your house right now. And I'm like, I'm not coming out because he just lives down the road from me. So JJ and him were like 6 houses down the road from me. And so they decide like, hey, so Uppy doesn't want to hang out. Let's ring his doorbell at midnight and run away. So here's what happened. I did not answer the door. I went down, but when I got down there, someone has already answered the door. It was my dad.
Oh, no.
But my dad didn't know who it was that did it to this day. But he saw someone fall on the ground, apparently.
Was it JJ?
I think it was JJ.
JJ, scuff your knee.
It was the middle of winter, so it was icy on the road. So I made the great escape. I'd never done this before, so I ring the doorbell and I'm like, fast as frick, boy. So I'm like running on the road, and all of a sudden I'm like, fall down, and then Upton tells us the next day that his dad saw me fall. So never did that again.
Uppy, your dad still doesn't know though?
No, because what happened that night is like I came down and I pretend like I didn't know. I was like, oh, what was that? And I was like, oh, it's just some kids rang the doorbell. I'm like, oh, okay. And then went back upstairs.
Just some kids, dude.
Just some chubby giant running down the road falling.
So
magnitude 4 earthquake. No, I'm sorry.
You should call your dad right now and tell him it was JJ. Make it random. Like, remember that guy you saw fall in the middle of the night?
He chubby giant? We're not gonna like hold on that one for a second. Chubby giant. You call me a chubby giant?
Oh, did he say that? I didn't catch that part. I did not catch that. Chubby giant, huh?
All right. I'm feeling less and less bad about this keeps.com thing, man. I'm feeling really, really happy about it, actually.
Here's the thing.
Yeah, one blow and Uppy just loses it. But meanwhile, JJ's dealt with this his entire adult life and childhood.
Here's the thing. 100%. There's nothing wrong with losing weight, but there's so much wrong with losing hair.
What do you mean? Bald can be attractive. I mean, look at you. Take your hat off. Take your hat off. Take your hat off.
Homie, I am 5'5" and 24 years old and already balding. Literally, no one wants me right now.
There's nothing wrong with that. You got a great stash. Work to your advantages, okay?
That's the only reason I have a mustache.
You got a great stash, and you can deep throw beer. Look at that. That's 2. Boom.
I know, and Llama hits on me. It's great.
Yeah, Llama's already hit on it. You see, there's 1. I mean, I don't see the problem here. I really don't. I feel like you're just being picky now.
I'm not being even picky. I just like women.
Do you though?
I do.
We question this now. We're doing this again.
Are we doing this again?
We're moving on. I had to make a tweet about it. Got like 30 likes. It was kind of funny.
About maybe liking girls?
No.
What was the tweet? What was the tweet?
I just said like my community bullies me.
Oh. Well, yeah, and of course they all answered like they love to bully you.
I know. I'm just saying,
it's
like
the brand.
Yep.
I hate.
You need
like a brand.
do you have merch, Upton?
Yeah.
Here's a shirt for you. Bully me, just across it in a black shirt and white. Boom. There you go.
No, I don't want kids buying that.
Yeah, free money.
No, they're gonna go buy it. They're gonna go to school with a new tank top.
Oh boy.
right?
Yeah, it's maybe actually not the best idea. It works for him. Maybe all the other shirts say "Don't bully me."
Yeah,
and then you wear the one that says "Bully me."
What about bully Upton? Because then look at now this is a smart thing because then they're like, well, who's Upton? And they go twitch.tv/Upton. And then when they go on it, every time it's just going to be you deep throating the beer. Every time. And instantly they're going to bully you.
I want to make a shirt just saying like virginity is cool or something. That'd be nice.
You won't. That one's a bullying one too. Kid wears that to school. Would you wear that to school? You probably would. You're weird, but
I wouldn't wear a bully one.
No, would you wear virginity is cool?
Dude, if I could make it back into school, maybe.
I would do so many things different in high school. Now, like knowing what I know now in the world, and the just the degaffing, there would be so many more opportunities from high school.
I'm just happy I didn't peak in high school. That's all I'm happy about, because the people I've seen that peaked in high school, I still follow them on like Instagram and stuff.
That's sad lives, isn't it?
Dude, I look back at it, I'm like, my life's not that great. My job is terrible. And I do this part-time stream and whatnot. But even looking at what they have now, I'm like, you know what? I'm doing okay.
Yeah.
And they notice that. They've been following me on Instagram. They're liking my stuff. Like, they're like, because I have a mustache now. It's pretty cool. I mean, like, that's it.
I got to keep bringing it up. You on a whim bought a $700 VR headset. On a whim. Like, if you can do that, you're doing pretty okay.
That's the most Upton thing I've ever heard in my life.
Really? And he hasn't used it. Like
it is and it isn't, because it's an Upton thing to just literally just buy anything, but it's also not an Upton thing because he's actually extremely frugal and doesn't buy useless crap. So
really,
he must have really wanted.
Whoa!
Okay, no. Hey, I have 8. Look, you see this? That's an Oculus. It's not useless.
You don't use it.
It's because I'm working, homie. I'm making YouTube videos, homie. Okay.
We should all just get in our quests right now. Let's just play.
Just do a speed up in there. No, but like he actually is very frugal, and I was surprised that he just went out and bought it. But
I was always like on the biggest thing that got. I mean, JJ, you're the main reason that got me into it, because like I thought it was like I thought it was gonna be more of like a paperweight for me. I didn't think I would actually use it. The Switch I barely use. And so I didn't want to buy something that I would actually not use. But now when I'm playing it, and I've seen the videos on TikTok, which is VR chat, I'm like, dude,
it's amazing.
I could easily make content of this if I just record it. I need to learn how to record it still.
Yeah.
And like that's huge, because VR is the next it's the next evolution into gaming and streaming, recording, and everything. Like, get more closer to the game. Where I'm like, if we jump on that fast enough, it won't be as saturated once you grow on that. So, what are you guys laughing at the chat?
Well, I think Trauma's upset because we're talking about VR again. We always go back to VR. I think VR is a really good topic. I think that VR is very much in its infancy, and if you look at it on a time scale, like this is basically like the Super Nintendo right now, or the NES, like the Famicom. Nah, too far ahead. This is like Famicom territory. Like, yeah, the graphics are better, but it's like in the infantile of what VR gaming could actually be, you know? And like the developer kits are like the Atari and that. I don't know if you guys know what that is, right? JJ's as old as me almost, yeah.
We're the same. They're the same age.
Okay, JJ's a month
both 96.
You guys remember the thing your parents used to play in the Super Nintendo?
My parents are born like the 1800s. That doesn't count. Not even a joke.
They had the good times.
My dad's like 1%.
I think VR could flourish. It just needs more developers right now. That's all I've noticed, is that I like if you think of something and say, "Oh, that'd be great in VR." It pretty much, you could say anything and that would be true. You know, I think somebody the other day was like, "Oh man, I wish I could play freaking basketball in VR or something." I don't know. I don't remember what it was, but it's just like you could literally say anything. Like, "Oh
no, man, yeah, literally anything." What about this?
Poop in VR, like, it'd be great, man.
I wish you could stand by the lake and skip rocks in VR. I'd do it.
It'd be relaxing, and that's the thing. It's like virtual real life. I never, like, I had heard that before, but I always kind of thought that was like the end vision.
Right.
But like honestly, when you throw on the headset, you're just like, you can get lost really easily. At first, you're like, yeah, this is nice. This is totally fake. And then like 5 minutes later, you're like,
Yeah.
wait, I'm in my room, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
Or like you lose awareness, like standing next to a table in some of those games, and I'm like trying to lean on it, and I'm like, that table's not there. It's not there. All the time, I'm like, wait a minute, where am I in the room now?
I accidentally I'm like, whoa, I gotta watch out for that. I'm gonna hit that. Whoa.
Well, like, I'll move my character and I'm standing in the desk and I'm like, I get stuck. Well, what do I do? How do I get out of this desk?
Needless to say, I do agree. I think VR content in the future would be fantastic. But is there like do you guys foresee any game becoming like Rocket League ever again? Because currently right now, I'm actually kind of in the process of trying to find a game that could be like my main game. I definitely want to pursue variety no matter what, but I'm kind of struggling to find something that I want to do maybe once or more than once a week, you know, like kind of keep it regular and have something I can kind of fall back on.
There's nothing right now.
Nothing new. Yeah. I was thinking
competitive.
Yeah.
You can't have a chill in between right now. With Rocket League, you kind of could. I mean, I make it anyway, but like if you're going to try to do an Apex, you have to put too much time into the game, playing the game, and actually down your chat. With Rocket League, you have space where you can kind of do that. With Apex, if you're in a fight, you're not looking at your chat once.
Right.
You only have time to chat like when you're like running through the fields and whatnot. Like, you know, if like Valorant, it's like you're super like staring at the camera and you're not looking at your chat until the round's over and look back at it. And super competitive, even in casual play.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's like, there's no game real like Rocket League right now. I know there will be soon because they're kind of overcorrecting the casual play during quarantine. Like we had games like Among Us come to life. Like it was an older game, but it came back during quarantine.
It was like a bar game, like socializing when you can't go and see somebody type game. Yeah.
We had Fall Guys as well. Like games like that, but they're overly casual versus like you want like a nice in between. And there's nothing like that right now.
I always call those novelty games, and I might get some flack for this, but I called it on Knockout City. When Knockout City came out, I was like, it just feels like a novelty game. Like it feels like Fall Guys. People are going to enjoy it for a few weeks, and then it's just going to kind of fall off. And there were some diehards like, no, this is the best game ever. Oh, I can't wait. It's going to go so far. And I kept looking at it like, there's no way. There's just not enough on this meat on this bone for longevity, you know? And
that's why I didn't buy the game. I know JJ wanted me to and a few others. And just for me, I was like, I have a terrible attention span.
It's fun for an hour with friends, not by yourself.
Exactly. Fun for an hour. It's 3 a.m. and you've had 5 beers. And it's like, you know what? I can do this. But like, I get so bored of it after. Like I could not. I'm even competitive, casual, whatever it may be. I just could not. It's still the same two things.
Yeah.
So
I'm thinking of trying out some Minecraft streams. And it'll basically be like a guess what we're building type thing. Like I won't tell the chat what they're building. It'll be like just chatting, and we'll just build something for a couple hours, you know, just to change the monotonous from Rocket League. Because I feel the same way. Like I do what I enjoy, and I enjoy playing Rocket League with the community. But I feel like just doing tournaments all the time. It's just like, you know, I could be doing more at this time. So
it is like because everyone is doing it. Like you want to find a way to be unique. And for me, I think what's nice is like I have a nice mix of like it's 50-50 with me with my streaming Rocket League and streaming just me, not just chatting, but like me just talking, hanging with people. But in the end, I still like I love Rocket League, but I'm just using this like background noise.
Yeah,
I want to do more that's unique enough where it's like people are gonna be like, okay, this guy, he's different. But I'm kind of like just doing lazy content right now. I want to do more. That's why I want to. Like I've always been honest. I'm making lazy content. Like the fact that I have this net followers on any platform right now is a freaking blessing. Because I tell people all the time, like I'm doing absolutely nothing. Like literally, I'm not lying. Like when I edit a TikTok, it takes me 5 minutes, and I have that content now going on there, Instagram and YouTube Shorts, and it takes me less than like 5 minutes to do all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And if something gains traction, it's like, yo, let's go. But
I feel like
I gotta do more.
I feel like people might give you more flack if you were like a full-time content creator doing that kind of stuff, you know? Like
I'll be lazy. I'll be full lazy. I work
even lazier. So you wait.
I work a job is 44 hours, but that mental and physical
part
of it affects me when I get home too.
No, yeah, 100%.
That's why I only stream one day through the work week and then Friday, Saturday. Just because like work just mentally and physically drains me like none other. Where it's like I could do a stream. I could post more videos, but like I kind of want to go home and just like chill in my hammock and just scroll through TikTok.
Yeah. My hat's off to anyone that does a full-time job and content creation on a consistent schedule. Like, you guys are insane.
Flash does it. Flash is insane.
And with kids. Yeah.
It's a freaking full-time job.
Yep.
Kids, a wife, and managing a partner and doing all the work he does on all socials is insane.
Yep.
That's 3 full-time jobs right there.
Probably like 7. Yeah.
That's like 12.
For sure.
7. Each kid is a full-time job.
Yeah, 100%. The wife's
I don't know
like
if there's
3.
that many hours in a week, dude. But
Speaking of wives, JJ, you're
was not ready for that.
He's having a flashback.
Go on. Yes.
She needs her own Twitch channel, dude.
Guys,
dude, incredible.
I'm not kidding. Okay, for context, for those of you guys who don't know, I did my full-time celebration stream. It was a 12-hour stream. So my wife came on and like kind of took over. It wasn't playing. She just kind of came home and then sat down on the chair, started answering questions. I was in the middle of a Q&A, so it just kind of blended into that. I ended up making a video out of that because I was like, that's freaking awesome content. It legitimately has overperformed my regular. YouTube says my typical views 30 to 50. This video is at like 250 right now. And I'm like freaking blown away. I'm like, dude, why didn't I do this earlier? What am I doing? Why am I putting effort in when I could just get my wife?
Milk, yep.
She just makes fun of me. There we go. It's freaking
easy. It's done. Do an hour stream a day of her just roasting you. I don't know how you do mentally after that, but
it's on YouTube. I gotta watch this video. I just liked it. It's 32 likes right now.
Dude, it's like my best video I've had in
you guys
a long time.
You guys have a lot of good chemistry together on screen, and she has a lot of, I wouldn't call it stage presence because obviously she's not an actor, but she knows how to put a punchline through really well. Like the A cop one. She just goes, A crap. So when you look at him, I'm like, oh my God.
As soon as I saw that, I'm like, I'm making it a TikTok.
Yeah. I was like, she's a natural. Yeah. I was clapping. Bravo.
I was saying to her, like, if you genuinely want to give it a try, I will get you set up and you can make a channel. So maybe look out for it. Maybe my wife will be streaming soon. So
she's gonna be partner before anybody. Trust.
Wouldn't surprise me.
You'd usually have a community, not to like mooch on, but she'd have you would be like, hey, my wife's
she wouldn't stream to 0 viewers at first. I'm sure.
Yeah,
she would have people, and
you can start with mods that'll like take care of her, like in a way where it's like you can block out certain phrases and like kind of creepy people that come in chat.
Right. I would be there for the first little while. I would make sure that's.
She'd be like, hey, what'd you say?
Like, you're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
What do you say to me, you little?
Yeah. They're like, well, who are you? You're all, I'm that guy.
I am.
Are you? Yeah. Are you that guy? Absolutely.
I am that guy. Oh, dude. Yeah, that video literally, it's still going too, man. It's crazy.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Because YouTube is hands down the hardest platform to get any kind of momentum on.
Bro, you telling me, dude?
You're doing incredible. Smokes. What do you mean?
Well, I'm consistent with it, but it certainly has been. It takes a lot of effort.
Yeah,
I put in a ton of time. I literally last night. It's my full-time job now. I didn't have enough time to do it, so last night I stayed up till like 1 a.m. just to finish, or I guess the night before, to finish that thumbnail for the video with my wife, and it's like every little bit I put so much time into because I really care about it. I want to build a foundation that I can be proud of at the end of it. You know what I mean?
Right. It's like, I don't, some people know how much time it takes, but I like a lot of people don't realize even a thumbnail, dude. I'll spend anywhere between 45 minutes to an hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours on a thumbnail, depending on what it is. Cause it's just like, even just coming up with a thumbnail, it takes you 20 minutes to figure out what you want to start with.
You gotta plan. You gotta plan everything. You gotta like frame the video. You gotta have an idea of what the video is gonna be like before you even go and edit it.
Right.
Then you gotta edit it. Like you can't just like. I mean, you can maybe just edit down a VOD or something, but even
that would take
now,
forever.
That would take forever in general. But if right now on YouTube, if you want to like stand out, you gotta have like purpose with the video, man. If you're wasting people's time,
gotta have a story.
Yeah, you gotta paint a narrative. You gotta have a directive going into it. So
well, we talked about it, I think last week or the week before too. It's people's attention spans on social media is getting less and less. Like they no longer want to watch a 10, 20-minute video. They want to watch a 2-minute video. And they want the information. And if that information is not being given to them in a certain time, they're over it, you know? And YouTube and everyone's recognizing that. And I think that's why TikTok blew up as much as it did.
100%.
And if you don't, it's a trend. If you don't follow these trends, you become irrelevant very, very quick in the content creation space.
That's something I'm trying to implement right now is it's something small, but I feel like it makes a big difference. So I've been looking at people who are killing it right now. People like Tommy Innit. Like I don't watch him, but I know he's killing it in Minecraft. And I watched a video on how he has been manipulating the YouTube algorithm and just getting out there. And one of the things that I took away from watching kind of and examining what he does in his videos, his intros, he has good intros. They're concise, but there's a lot of movement. And what I was doing was I was trying to do good intros that were like concise and to the point.
Well, now movement, do you mean like he's switching scenes?
Yes.
So
it's very like
shifting.
it's not just one standard screen.
Right.
Cuts. Like there's zooms, there's movement, there's subtitles. Like you'll actually probably, if anyone's following my YouTube arc, which probably like 3 of you are, you'll notice in my newer videos, the past like couple, the intros will have more movement now, and I might not stay that way. I don't know. I'm trying to make videos that I'm not only proud of, but I think will work well. I'm experimenting though. I'm new to this, and you might find that these new intros will probably have a little more movement, and that's why. I mean, like I think it makes a good video, but I'm also trying to follow what people who are doing well right now are doing.
Same.
So
getting into that vlog space that I'm trying to dip my toes into.
It's a big space too.
It's a big space, but it's also, if you look at the off-roading side of it, which I have a vehicle that fits it perfect, you know, I'm in the desert and I'm always doing something. So I feel like I have that covered pretty well with the uniqueness. But that whole category of off-road vlogs is still very new. Like I have a lot of friends in there. Light Bright Nation is one channel that I absolutely aspire to. I think they have like 200,000, 180,000 subs. But they do a very good job at doing Jeep vlogs. Then I have friends like the Terror Crew. They're actually good buddies of mine. They're almost at 100K subs. And they're kind of the only ones. There's maybe 4 or 5 people that are doing off-road vlogs and showing off that side of it. And so it's like, it's daunting to go into, but at the same time, it's like prime to get into a lifestyle type brand on YouTube. And I feel like it's a lot better option for some and most than gaming, you know?
Yeah.
But same thing, it's getting into that space is the scariest part.
I'm glad you found something like that, dude, because I mean, it does sound like it's not only are you passionate about it, but it actually does sound like a really good niche, you know?
Right.
And something that's kind of not met right now.
You
know, I think that's such a hard thing to define is a niche. And I feel like something I've kind of taken from Ludwig is that like, you're not even necessarily always going to fill a niche. Like you got to have a niche for your channel. You got to have a target audience.
Right.
But
you just got to do it better or your own way.
Yeah, everything's kind of been done at this point. How are you going to make it yours? Maybe it's not going to be completely different, but it needs to be yours, and that's kind of something I've learned. So I'm excited for you, man. I think you're going to kill it. And one thing that I've always appreciated about you is something that stood out to me right away is you clearly have a personality. I was always kind of surprised that you did tournaments as much as you did. I guess it let your personality shine through more that way. So I always found you kind of like more entertaining than necessarily having to depend on the game.
I appreciate it. I feel like the tournaments are like, what a lot of people see it is it's a gateway to get more people to see you because there's no discoverability on Twitch, And so the tournaments are used as a way to get people into the stream. And then my interaction with chat and personality is what's to keep them there, But it's easier said than done, even nowadays, especially to keep anybody to stick around to stream, Mostly new people. Like I said earlier, you get a couple follows every stream, but seeing those people come back is very rare right now for some reason.
I'm not gonna lie, homie. I think you already know this.
Mm-hmm.
I used to not like you.
I'm listening. I didn't know this.
I think you. Okay, well, I didn't know you. I'm very judgy.
She didn't like your eye patch. You look like a pirate.
I was using it for views.
The truth comes out.
The ability comes out. No, it's like so there's you and another content creator that were constantly doing these tournament games that would flood the tournament area ironically, and you know who the other person is.
Yeah, he would do it every 10 minutes or so, or 5 minutes. It was insane.
The one who was not streaming.
Yeah, that was the one zone I would never go into. It's like, if I'm not live, I'm not going to advertise anything.
So, and I didn't like this guy, especially with
egotistical.
Well, there's a lot. Well,
yeah, we could go on a whole podcast about this. Yeah, sorry.
I'm sorry. I treated him like he was like the main person who does tournament stuff and whatnot.
Right.
And so you were like the second person, or like the same or second kind of person behind that, because you were a big streamer compared to me. And that's how I judged you, because you do the same thing as him. But I'll be streaming, I'll be setting up a little tournament here, and I'll see you'd have like 3 or 4. I'm like, what the frick?
So
it was 2 people.
I used to set them up every 15 minutes is what I would do it. And he would do them like it was like every 10 minutes, like you said, though, on or offline. I think he was using multiple computers even, which was insane. So like he would use like 3 or 4 different accounts and just have it running all day.
You've seen his stuff. Like, he could easily do that. He had like 3 computers. He had like multiple monitors. And
at the same time, though, it's like, if you're trying to do content creation on Twitch and they're giving you this tool that could just get your name out there that easily, why not do it? You know what I mean?
Use whatever you. I mean, there's multiple people like just if you want, like, you're not like going to sell out, but if you want to, if your goal is to hit partner, you got to partner. Yep, you got to do goal is not to hit partner. I have like such higher goals than that, because I don't want to be one of those guys that hit partner
and then plateau,
and then change it to a different game, and then
and
I don't want to do that. I want to keep growing consistently,
exactly,
because I don't want to peak at partner. Once if people see me and look at me like, oh, we want to help them get to partner, and that's all they see me at, they're gonna give up after that, and it's gonna be like right after. I don't want to be like that with him. What happened with him is that he was getting close to there, but he wasn't reaching it, and he gave up.
Yeah, he switched. Yeah, he wasn't afraid to switch, but I think he switched at the wrong time. I think
terrible mentality though.
Yeah,
terrible mentality with streaming, and like he was not a nice person either. Like he was not a good person.
I've heard ups and downs, and he's helped people out, and other people have been bit by him. It's just one of those things.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, I think we kind of want to inject a lot of our personality and genuine feelings into it. Or from what I've understood, I think he sees it more as a business, and whatever is going to work.
100%. That's what he's going down for.
And I mean, that's totally fine. I mean, I think
one way to look at it.
Yeah, I think there's content creators who are like that, and there's content creators who kind of have more of a passion and want to go and grow it differently, I guess.
See, with the whole vlog starting off, I would love to be doing the vlogs and having that as a main source of entertainment, and the Twitch ones becoming more like John Sandman does it, where it's just hang out with the community. It doesn't matter what we're doing, Obviously, we're going to do Rocket League still. So it'd be like a hybrid. So it'd be between John Sandman and Sodas. Start with Rocket League, and then, hey, we're going to move over and play Marbles or Sea of Thieves or whatever, and use streaming more as a time to hang out with the community than as my full-time job. Like, that's my number one focus type thing, And I think that's kind of the pinnacle of what I'm going towards now. So it's gonna be a long road, but I feel like that's like the best way to use Twitch. Like JJ said, it shouldn't be your primary platform and your primary form of growth, at least. You know, it should definitely be something more than that and less than that at the same time.
Like Twitch is my primary platform, but all my secondary ones are going to grow my primary more than my primary will.
Right.
So it's like TikTok, YouTube Shorts, all that kind of stuff. It's like I'm probably going to get a lot more from just posting little clips of myself, the best part of my streams, posting it there. Get people to my Twitch where there's a lot of dead space where nothing crazy is happening, because like it's rare to like have anyone come to my stream just like completely brand new, like, oh yeah, I was just searching a Twitch thing. It's very rare, and when they do it, which is great, when they do, it's when they're like, hey, I saw that mustache, I had to click on you. That's 100% of the time. And I'm not gonna lie, I hate this mustache now, but it's become part of my brand and also clickbait at the same time, where I have to keep this thing because it's unique.
I love that mustache. How many people have come in and been like, that mustache isn't real? There's no way.
I've had some people do that. They'll treat me like I'm a child. They're like, "Is that real?" And I'm like, yes, it's freaking real. Like it's just there.
It's
and
like,
I tell them, like, it's like when you're balding at a young age, the hair growth goes to every other part of your body. So like I can grow this fine. I don't like having a beard, but like I can do like the mustache, like more unique, because I know with my friend group or like even the streaming community, they don't really have mustaches.
No.
We're able to grow them. So I'm like, that's kind of a flex I have, because
like,
I'm 5'5" and a virgin. There's nothing much I've going for me. So I'm like, I'm gonna go with this mustache.
That's 3. What do you mean? Not many virgins out here right now.
Yeah, but it's not a good flex, you know?
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
Like short men out here, but no one wants them. So it's like,
I feel like
though,
your mustache is up there with JJ was doing the TikTok. What was it? A TikTok tournament?
Yeah. Dude.
Upton's mustache is up there with the firefighter's mustache. This guy had solid 3.5, 4 inches thick mustache on his face. It was insane.
People were calling it the Nigel Thornberry mustache. They were saying in chat.
I could do it. I shaved mine. Like I just cut off my ends like on Sunday. I don't know what it was. I cut them off. Like I can. This is 2 months and 3 weeks.
This wasn't long though. This was just wide. It was a big wide boy mustache.
I could see it.
I can't handle it. Once it starts going over my lip and into my food when I'm eating, it's over. You're gone.
Like
Done. So
I have no issues. I could easily do it. Like
I have friends who are mountain beards, like way down here, mustache too. And I'm like, how do you eat? And they do this. They go, beard's cool. He's on every bite. I gotta move the mustache and take the bite.
No, the beard's fine. The mustache.
I've seen people who go like this.
Yeah,
like tuck their beard in and they'll eat. I'm like, no.
2 seconds of shaving here and you're good. Oh, any
clickbait.
Any final things you guys want to touch about? JJ, anything you want to bring?
No, nothing really. I mean, I guess all I want to say is, if you're a content creator, just I would say start on YouTube, man. I think YouTube, even if it's just shorts, building a base on YouTube is an extremely smart thing to do. I think live streaming is becoming supplementary more than just a main thing you do. And it's becoming a very competitive space. I like to think of it in a very macro. I mean, it's my job now, so I really am trying to see into the future more. But from what I see, I just think YouTube is the place to be. So it kind of calls back to what we were talking about a little bit. But if I have anything left to say, I just want to say, start on YouTube if you're a content creator. Just do it.
Pornhub or Pornhub.
OnlyFans.
Nope.
OnlyFans.
I would do good on OnlyFans, I think.
Nope. YouTube.
I think you do get an only mustache. Would be great for you.
Just a picture of my mustache. There's multiple times posted.
Yeah, I'd pay for that.
Do that. No, you
$6?
$6?
Yeah.
No, you wouldn't. You don't even sub to me. You don't freaking sub to me, bud. You know you wouldn't.
Listen, my Twitch Prime is due up on the 21st. Guess who it's going to?
Me.
JJ, but that's for a different day.
What?
Hashtag blessed.
Wait, no. JJ calls me a pooga. I'll probably give it to Winter.
It's for Twitter views, homie. Just keep.
You already know it gives you views. You getting roasted by your wife. More of that, please.
Homie, I have nothing going for me. Can I have your subscription, please?
You know, just because you asked nicely, no.
All right, guys. I think it's time to end the stream or the podcast. So I hope you guys enjoyed your time here. My co-host here has been JJTheTubster. He's the one going full time. So if you haven't already, check him out on all socials. JJTheTubster _ on Twitch. And I think you're the JJTheTubster everywhere else, right?
Yeah.
Yep. There you go.
Are you gonna change your name, JJ, when you get partner? I'm not gonna say if because it's when.
That's literally one of my goals on the timeline of goals. I've got a long
JJ?
list of goals, but my first goal, get partner exclusively so I can get rid of the underscore.
Yeah.
Oh, I was hoping it was just gonna be JJ. How clean would that be?
No, that's what everyone does. I'm JJTheTubster for life, bud.
I went up in this.
Fair enough.
No, like, anyway, we'll be leaving soon, guys. But yeah, check out JJ. As we said, he is a full-time content creator now. So, like, even if you don't like him, at least give him a shot. Like, just check out what he does. Check him on YouTube, Twitch, everywhere else. And we have also MG Homie here, who is pushing for partner right now, which is also huge. And you guys should also check him out over on twitch.tv, MG_homie, all in caps. And
I'm gonna get rid of the underscore too one day. I'm just gonna be homie. Homie.
And we'll get right here going soon, boys. And also, my name's Upton. I don't really do much here, honestly. I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
Do the double beer thing again. Flash didn't see it.
He's 1 ton Upton on all socials. Go follow him.
The double beer thing.
The double beer thing.
Yeah, Flash didn't get to see it. Hurry! They canceled the raid. Woo! Pog! Oh man, yeah, roll the eyes back.
We doing the raid now?
No, they canceled the raid.
Do the raid.
Do the thing.
I'm taking him home.
JJ, are you coming to the meetup?
I should be. That's the plan.
I call bottom bunk with JJ. Just saying.
No, you don't. I'll bottom bunk by myself there, pal.
Homie and JJ on the top bunk would crush whoever's on the bottom.
All right, we're top bunk. Upton's bottom bunk.
I'm gonna have to sleep in a tent outside, bro. I'm gonna.
One of these days we're gonna raid.
Yeah,
I think.
We'll just talk until we do. We just
yeah, you know what I mean.
Guys.
Are we talking about ourselves?
Yeah, guys, check me out on YouTube and everything.
It says the raid has been canceled.
Yeah, you're not raiding, dude.
I'm going. So this weekend, I'm going to the off-road mecca of off-road parts. It's called CarTech, and I'm so excited. So much money I've spent at this place. Not even kidding. Like probably 30 grand in this place in the last like 10 years, 8 years. Yeah, I love it.
Dude.
No, it's not enough.
Well, is your wife coming to the?
Yeah. I don't leave my wife at home like some people. I think we raided. We did raid. Wait, no, we didn't. We're back. No, we're back. You're not bringing your wife up then?
What are those? I am JJ.
Oh! Nah, JJ's definitely a top. You're the bottom 100% there.
Guys, our goal is to go to a bar and find me like.
Oh wait,
I don't want to hook up or anything like that. Just find me somebody to talk to for like 5 minutes. That'll be.
Are we going to a bar in Indiana?
Do we have 5 days or why not?
Dude, it sounds like a bad idea. Oh boy. Well, I've never seen the inside of a prison cell in Indiana, so this will be curious. Think they'll let me vlog it? Just end it and host somebody.
I can head us out then.
Bye everyone.
Can't raid, but I hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. I've been Upton. That's JJTheTubster. That's MG Homie. Hope you guys enjoyed them. Please give him lots of love. Get him the partner. Get JJ all the money because it's his job. But you guys have a great rest of your night. Bless up, and we'll see you guys next Thursday.